Welcome back to Spice. In this session, again we will continue with instrumentation question and answer, part 5, wherein we'll focus on PLC versus RTU. So this is very important questions related to interview sessions. Okay, friends. And of course, we are going to cover this as a generic, but with some aspects I'm going to give you with relevant to Siemens actually. Siemens. So I'm going to take you through the session with some 8 items, very crispy and clear. So one is on the purpose and application. Second, I will focus on the operating environment. Third, we'll talk about the connectivity and communication. Then fourth, we'll discuss about the control and decision making. And of course, the fifth one is the data logging. And sixth, we focus on programming and configuration. That is with respect to Siemens, with respect to Siemens. And of course, the hardware as well with respect to Siemens. And finally, we'll wind up with redundancy and reliability. Very short and sweet. Okay, friends. So let's go with this. First, purpose and application. If you talk about the PLC, it is designed for real-time controlled in factory setting, right, friends? So managing machinery like, motors, conveyors, package systems, all these actually, right, friends? Good. So when we talk about RTU, this is ideal for remote monitoring. So that is the point across large areas. You might have seen SCADA system in utility grids or water distribution network or oil pipelines, all these. So the point is PLC is for the real-time controlled in factory setting and RTU is ideal for remote monitoring. So that is the point. Okay, you got it? Okay. That is on the purpose and application. Then we talk about the operating environment. So this PLC is suited for more of a controlled indoor environment. Of course, it is also suited for field, but again, you need to comply with all these, EX requirements, all these. But predominantly, it's for the control and indoor applications. Okay. But whereas RTU is built rugged to withstand outdoor extreme handling temperature, moisture, dust, everything. So in that way, this is very rugged. Okay, RTU, right, friends? Okay. Then third one, connectivity and communication. See, usually this PLC, it's morely utilizes wired protocols like, Profinet, Profibus, Ethernet IP for local control, right, friends? Right? Of course, what is Profinet, Profibus and all we have covered extensively in one video. You can watch and get benefited if you are a first-time viewer. Okay. Then coming back to this RTU, see, it supports long-range protocols. That's a point. Like, DNP3, Modbus, GSM, GPRS, for isolated and remote location. Though that is a point. In fact, in one of our video also highlighted about DNP3. You can watch and get benefited. Okay. Yeah. So the point is on the connectivity and communication, PLC focus is more on Profinet, Profibus, all these. Whereas this guy, RTU, supports long-range protocol. That is the point. DNP3, Modbus, all these. Okay, right, good. Then control and decision making. See, basically, PLC executes complex control task. Of course, not complex as like DCS, but it executes a complex control task at high speed, ideal for real-time application. The speed, high speed. Here in RTU, it primarily collects and transmits data to SCADA system with local control capability. So that is the, some kind of what you call, maybe you can say a functionality or limitation. Yeah, it collects and transmits data to SCADA system with some local control capability. Okay, right. So each has its own, features, advantages, right, friends? So I'm not saying any, like this is better, that is better. Each has its own functionalities. So that's a point. So that's for the purpose, application, operation environment, connectivity and communication, and control and decision making. That's the first four. Then the next four, data logging. PLC data logging is limited storage, and with the data logging mainly managed by SCADA HMI system. That's what. Okay. But whereas in RTU, we have a higher internal memory for data buffering, essential because in areas with intermittent connectivity. Okay. So that point also you can talk data logging. Then programming and configuration, I'm going to talk about with respect to Siemens. Of course, there are many more systems. Yeah. So in Siemens, you can use we use a TIA portal, right? Yes, and with the ladder logic or functional block diagram, right, friends? And for RTU, they use utilize WinCC in SCADA setup for remote acquisition and data acquisition and alarms. This also just remember WinCC. Okay, that's about the programming and configuration. Then coming back to the hardware. Siemens S7, you know all these, right? Semantic S7, right? We have a 1200 series and 1500 series, which offers modular option for IO expansion also, right? Scalable, right, friends? And we need to also see actually which is redundant all these. I think 1200 is not having the redundancy, I think. Yeah. For example, if we talk about this, Siemens RTU, we have Siemens call this as a SICAM RTU, like, A8000 TM built for secure remote and data transmission. This is just one example, friends, with respect to the Siemens. Yeah. Then finally, we'll talk about the redundancy and reliability. See, here in PLC, redundancy can be added with dual PLCs for critical application, right? Can be added. Like as I said here, we have a single also, but based on the criticality, we can add the redundancy. But here, RTU, it has a built-in redundancy by enhancing the reliability for remote setup. That's it, friends. These are the 8 points which we can talk, and yeah, you can make use of this and yeah, get benefited. Okay. Thank you. See you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.